Let me make sure I'm ready for this video real quick. Got my notes, check. Pepsi, check. Sunglasses, check. Hat, check. And yes, thick skin, check. Let's go. Welcome to Golden Bluted, everybody. If you are a college football fan, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button because that's all we do here. Videos every single day. And when you get a chance, go check out our Patreon page. We have a lot of great perks over there. We call our Patreons the shot callers because they call the shots around here. Remember, $5 and up Patreons will get to decide the game that we're going to live stream in the regular season, and you'll get to watch with me, Golden Bluted. And our score prediction contest will be coming back. Every week I'll pick out a game, and my Patreons will pick the score, and whoever comes close to the score wins $20. And you can win as many times as you want. In this video, we'll be talking to United States Senator Joe Manchin about West Virginia football. We know you only have a few minutes, so let's get right into it. We want to talk about the Backyard Brawl. It's been over a decade since West Virginia and Pitt has locked up for the Backyard Brawl, so I'm super excited. Now, from what I understand, you've witnessed either in person or watched on television over 40 Backyard Brawls. That is amazing. So you're very familiar with this. So I wanted to get your opinion. Which do you think is the better rivalry? Do you think the Backyard Brawl between Pitt and West Virginia or the Black Diamond Trophy between West Virginia and Virginia Tech is the better rivalry?
Oh, there's no question. It's Pitt. There's no question about that.
I think what separates them is this isn't just two football teams that don't like each other. It's the close proximity and the fact that most of these people know each other and they're just on different sides of the aisle. So before this offseason, I was a little nervous because Pitt looked really, really good last year and West Virginia looked a little shaky. But after the offseason, Pitt lost a lot of production on that high-profile offense and West Virginia gained a lot of production. I think West Virginia actually has the leg up in this Backyard Brawl, and I couldn't say that 8 months ago. What's your feeling going into this? Do you feel good about this?
I do. I spoke to Coach Brown the other day. We happened to be together. And, you know, Neil's, he's not a braggadocious person, doesn't say a whole lot, and kind of doesn't get over expectation. I said, looks like some things have worked out pretty well with all the transitions going on right now. He said, Joe, we're going to be pretty good. We're going to hold our own and make you proud.
Nice.
And that was a good pep for me. That's all I need.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, you know, Graham Harrell is coming in and bringing a high potent, high octane, if you will, offense. That'll be exciting. And also the JT Daniels is exciting to find out what he can really do. So we're looking forward to a lot of good things happening, and we're going to see how well they transition into that Mountaineer spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think defensive coordinator Jordan Leslie has done wonders for West Virginia's defense. That's fixed. We're good on defense, so now it's on to the offense and going out and getting Graham Harrell, who then attracts JT Daniels to West Virginia. I think our offense might be just as good as our defense this year. West Virginia could be sniffing at a 9 or 10 win season this year. That's just my personal opinion. But I wanted to get, I hate to put you on the spot, but I want to get a final score prediction for the Backyard Brawl. Can you give me that?
Well, you know, if we have two potent offenses, Pitt's been pretty potent, right?
Right.
Okay, so you have Pitt, and they're still going to be high octane, even though they lost their top quarterback. I still think they're going to be really going at it. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think you're going to have a 28-21 maybe, was what I would think. I think it'll be pretty high-scoring. Might be in the 30s, but I'll go with 28-21.
I got you. I can respect that.
WVU now, 28-21, okay?
Yes, exactly. And I think there's going to be some defense in that as well, so I don't think it's going to be too overscoring. So 28-21, that's not a bad score prediction, and I'm assuming you're picking West Virginia, correct?
I did.
Okay.
28. West Virginia, 28.
We just had to get that on record. You are indeed picking West Virginia. So, all right.
I think after 11 years of a hiatus, it's time.
Exactly. Outside of Pitt or Virginia Tech, is there another team that you'd really like West Virginia to play every year?
Now, if you're looking about a non-conference, can you get a non-conference game of a Clemson or Georgia or one of these big teams? You know, I would think that who has that? I really would like to see Kentucky. I just think West Virginia, Kentucky playing.
That's a good pick right there. And most sports outlets are picking West Virginia to have a win total of 6 wins this year. It's always been West Virginia against the world. Why do you think that?
Well, I mean, here's a state we don't have a pro team, right?
Right.
And you're saying it's always been West Virginia against the world. It's basically we have felt that the notoriety that we get or don't get, or lack of notoriety, because not having a pro sport team of any sort, and WVU carries the colors of our state and carries the name of our state, so that is the state's team, if you would. I would be remiss to tell you, I have been a big advocate of the WVU Marshall series.
Yes.
I've always been that. I think it was one of the greatest atmospheres we had, especially down at Marshall, when they put 45,000 people.
I remember that game. That scared me.
24-21 overtime.
Yeah.
Scared you? Could you imagine what would have happened to me as governor if they'd lost?
Hey, at least we won, and it's going down in history books as one of the best West Virginia versus anybody game. That was an amazing game.
But you know one thing, I just don't agree with the reasoning why our two schools don't play. I know West Virginia does well, but look at the people we try to start out with. Or my God, Marshall would be such a draw. It's a win-win for the state, a win-win for the fans, and I think we all prosper from that. Every dollar stays in the state of West Virginia. So
absolutely,
that's what I would like to see. If you're asking my best of best, it would be WVU Marshall playing every year.
I like it.
Next will be my Kentucky.
Yes, I would agree with both those picks. And you were governor whenever that series was still going on, and you kept it going as long as it went.
I'm not bragging, but I made that one happen.
That's exactly what I was about to say. You are literally responsible for keeping that going.
As governor, Chris, you have a lot of stroke because they all bring their budgets before the governor to get the governor's budget to make sure they got the revenue for both schools. And all it takes is a little friendly persuasion. You'd be surprised how they will make that work.
Man, I can't even imagine. I'm glad I didn't have to make that decision. I probably would have got crushed under the pressure. But you literally helped create some great memories, especially with that 2010 West Virginia Marshall game. That was an amazing game. But Senator, I know you're busy. I know your time is valuable to you. But we greatly appreciate you coming on the show and talking West Virginia. Hopefully the rest of your day is smooth and easy, and start thinking about the Backyard Brawl.
They call us the Big Easy up here in D.C., buddy. Everybody's a piece of cake. Everything's a piece of cake.
I got you. Well, before I let you go, can I get a Let's Go Mountaineers?
Hey, babe, let's go Mountaineers.
That's what I'm talking about. So there you go, Senator Joe Manchin. Come join Golden Blued. We appreciate that. Make no mistake about that. Joe Manchin loves the state of West Virginia. You can hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his conversation. And yes, he was responsible for West Virginia playing Marshall as long as they did. That man is responsible for that. And I appreciate it because that created some great memories. So much respect to you, Senator Joe Manchin. We greatly appreciate you coming on Golden Blued. Hopefully you liked it so much that you'll come on in the future. I know you're very busy, but 10 minutes, hey, that was a great conversation, and I could handle more of that. It was amazing. So y'all let me know in the comments section how you feel about this conversation between Golden Blued and Joe Manchin. Did you realize just how big of a West Virginia fan he is and how much he loves the state of West Virginia? That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you on my next show.